let's take a look at a rumor here. I just wanted to touch on this one because obviously we're in Rumorville right now. We are living in Rumorville. Population NFL fans all over the world. All right, and this is just the time of year. It's February. We just got done watching the season. We just got done watching the Super Bowl, and now we haven't seen cuts yet. We haven't seen re-signings yet. Everything is still like super fresh. So we are in prime rumor real estate right now, and everybody's like really vibing on the rumors right now. I've seen this rumor a couple of times. I've seen it touched on from a few different angles, and I want to let you guys know my thoughts on this one. Okay, so the rumor is that the Rams are interested in wide receiver DeSean Jackson, who was recently cut from the Philadelphia Eagles. And I've tried to kind of trace this rumor back, which is typically what I do when I hear a rumor is, I can see a Rams publication posting that a rumor is out there, but I could make up rumors if I wanted to. I could say that the Rams are looking at trading Matt Stafford for Russell Wilson. It doesn't mean it has any weight. So I try to trace these rumors back to where they started from, and it turns out that this one actually, it looks like it started from an article that was actually titled 3 teams that should be interested in DeSean Jackson, not 3 teams that are interested in DeSean Jackson. And I thought that was kind of interesting because this has happened to me before. When I used to write articles, before Rams Showcase started, I used to write articles about the Rams. And there was a couple of times that this misunderstanding of a headline got me in a little bit of trouble. I remember specifically my article was titled Rams Position Needs That Are Not Quarterback, because at the time that was the entire conversation, was that the Rams needed a quarterback, and it made perfect sense. This was before the Rams drafted Jared Goff, and we were in like the Case Keenum, Sean Hill, Austin Davis, that little realm right there. And that was my whole point was that there are other position needs. And the way that I worded it, Rams position needs that are not quarterback, but that got misread by many people, and I can't say that it's anybody's fault but my own because of how many people misunderstood the headline. And I think people were reading it as Rams don't need a quarterback, which was very interesting to me, and I had to explain it so many times, and I think that that's exactly what happened here. Was people were reading my headline is Rams don't need a quarterback, Rams other position needs, the position needs that are not, the Rams position needs are not quarterback kind of thing is how I think it was being read, even though that was not the wording of it. So this one's saying that 3 teams that should be interested in Jackson, not 3 teams that are interested in Jackson. And the more I thought about this rumor and everything, and I traced it back to that, and I was like, okay, that makes total sense that people would just misunderstand it, because we're in a headline culture right now. Social media has taken over big time, and people will pick out headlines and then form an entire opinion of their stance and everything based on just what that headline says, whether it's misleading or not. They don't read the entire article and really get the in-depth information. So they see the article, maybe you're just scrolling and you see interested Jackson Rams, and then you're just like, oh, the Rams are interested in DeSean Jackson. And this happens. And I've been on the other side of that too. I'm not trying to blame anybody here, but I've been on that side of it too, where it's like, hey, you know what? Oh crap. We better, this is big news or whatever. And then, end up just kind of, I always read the article. I'm an article reader. I know it takes longer and you get, more information and everything, but I always kind of look into it. So the more I thought about this one though, this one specifically, because it was like, okay, DeSean Jackson, like we say, the Rams were interested in DeSean Jackson. I don't think that the Rams are not interested in DeSean Jackson. I just don't think that they're actually going to pursue him. But I don't think that the Rams are like, DeSean Jackson, absolutely not, get him out of here kind of thing. I just believe that the Rams are just not going to make a push for him. But the more I thought about this rumor, DeSean Jackson to the LA Rams, the more I think it's just completely unnecessary. The Rams don't need DeSean Jackson. What does DeSean Jackson bring to the LA Rams that we can't find in a younger player? I don't know. The experience, of course, yeah, but I mean, Marvin Jones already has a history with Matt Stafford, but it seems like both sides are pretty mutually interested as far as the Marvin Jones to the Rams scenarios go. But I don't see a reason why the Rams would want DeSean Jackson when Marvin Jones is already, kind of locked in on the LA Rams. And I think we are kind of counting our chickens before they hatch a little bit with the Marvin Jones thing, but I mean, it's mutual interest, and we already kind of know that. We know that Jones and Stafford are in communication. We know that Jones wants to play for the Rams. He's not hiding that fact. And the Rams, we know, are probably not going to bring back Josh Reynolds, so we kind of have a spot open. So it makes total sense that the Rams would go with Marvin Jones. It makes a lot of sense to lose Reynolds and add Jones. It does not make any sense to me to lose Reynolds and add Jackson, or to lose Reynolds, add Jones, and add Jackson. That makes the least sense to me. If Marvin Jones becomes an LA Ram, I am very confident that DeSean Jackson will not be. Of course, don't take my words as absolute gold, because I was sitting here on Ram Showcase just a couple of years ago saying I see no way Aqib Talib becomes an LA Ram. I see no way Ndamukong Suh becomes a Ram. So, it happens. But with this situation specifically, I don't think DeSean Jackson becomes a Ram. I truly do not. Also wanted to point out that there's a percentage of Rams fans, I don't know how big of a percentage, but a percentage of Rams fans who are already up in arms that the Rams signed a quarterback who's 33 years old. DeSean Jackson, just a couple of months ago, did turn 34. So, by that logic, I would think that these fans, the fans that are already a little bit, worked up that the Rams have a 33-year-old quarterback now in his first season with the team, would not want a wide receiver, a skill position, a position that runs a lot and gets hit a lot, to be older than that. It just doesn't make any sense. I feel like fans would be upset at this move. I don't think it would go over well if the LA Rams went after DeSean Jackson. Age, the fact that wide receivers, a deep position group for the LA Rams. It's a little bit top heavy right now, but it is a deep group still. I mean, you can still technically count Josh Reynolds in that group right now, but if you just count Woods, Kupp, and Jefferson, that's already a pretty sweet trio. Jefferson, I mean, even week 1, he had a really nice catch. It was on the left sideline against the Cowboys. Even then, it was like, okay, this guy can play football. And then we've heard the comments from Sean McVay talking about how amazing he is and stuff. So will we see him a lot more? Probably, because he's not going to be a rookie. We also know that under Sean McVay, rookies do not really get a lot of playing time unless they're safeties under the Sean McVay era. So I don't buy it. I'm not buying it. I'm selling that stock. DeSean Jackson of the Rams, sell. I'm not buying it at all. I do think that there are some other names that are intriguing, but ultimately, I don't think that the Rams are adders this year. I think that the Rams are kind of like I feel like we're gonna build up our own guys right now. Like, I feel like we're trying to take what we've got, take what we've built over the last few years as far as deep drafts and stuff, and kind of trying to get those guys more playing time. The Greg Gaines, the Jordan Fuller, the Terrell Burgess, the Terrell Lewis, maybe even on the offensive line, there could be some guys. Who is the guy that I had the name earlier today. I should have just written it down. Who was the guy? He opted out on the offensive line last year. Oh, I'm totally blanking. I'm going to feel like a jerk when I remember. I mean, it's going to be the second I stop recording, it'll pop into my head. But he opted out last year, so there's depth there as well. I mean, I think that's kind of what the Rams are going to do. They're going to try to progress some players, not necessarily add from everywhere else. So you're sitting there at home, you just finished watching a clip of Rams Showcase, and you're wondering, what the heck do I do now? Well, I'll tell you what you do now. You subscribe, all right? And then also, you watch something else that you might like. Watch the full podcast. I'll link it below. Enjoy your guys' night. Peace! Go Rams!